What's up, guys? This is Beastie1066 with another review today. And I don't know if you know what this is, but in front of you is my PSK, and that's what the review's on, my personal survival kit. I actually got it done finally. It took me a little bit because I had to put a lot of thought into it and get some ideas from other guys on YouTube. And I actually got some good ideas, so I tried to get what I had and put it in here. And I'm going to test it out this weekend. Because school and all that, so I don't really have time. But this week I'm going to test this out and see how well it does work. So without further ado, I'm going to get started on the kit here. First of all, the reason I left everything how it is just because so I can show you how it starts out rather than taking it apart like other people do, how they already have it undone, where they can just take it off and take all the stuff out. So if this takes me a little bit to get undone, I'm sorry about that, guys, but I'll try to make it as quick as I can. So anyway, let's get started on the kit itself. What you see here wrapped around it to hold down the lid, because it's pretty packed full, is about 5 feet of paracord. Just for shelter building or other stuff. Paracord's paracord. I mean, it can be used for anything. And I always have a paracord bracelet on me, no matter where I go, no matter what. Whether it be this green one, which has about 10, maybe 11 feet of paracord, and maybe a different one. I think it's in my previous video of my Coleman fixed blade. It's the blue and black one that might be on there. You might see it in other later on, reviews. But I always have a paracord bracelet on me, so never gonna run out of paracord. Hopefully not. But let's move on. All right, so I'm gonna take off the paracord on the outside here, and as I said, if it takes me a little bit to get undone, I'm sorry about that, but I have it pretty wrapped on here, so it's not gonna come undone unless I untie it, and hopefully my kit doesn't fall apart. Alright, so I got it kind of coiled on here, and that's the bit of paracord. So always got paracord on in my survival kit, just for shelter building, traps, whatever. Paracord has got a billion uses. Well, not a billion, maybe a couple million, but anyway. There's some black paracord. I mean, I chose black because it's really dark, so it won't be seen if you set it as a trap, and also if you're using it as a shelter builder material, it's not going to be seen as well. And it might look green in the camera, but it is black. I assure you that. You might be able to see it from there better. But yeah, but it's black paracord. Alright, now it actually rubbed off, but it did say PSK down here, and it said Personal Survival Kit. I'm going to have to relabel that, but that's with some red duct tape. I mean, it's duct tape. You can use it as a bandage, this little strip. But surrounding this is 100-mile-an-hour tape, which is basically like duct tape, but it's a lot stronger. And there's about 6, 7, maybe 8 strips of 100-mile-an-hour tape of various sizes. Like around it is a really thin strip, and then on top and bottom is really long strips of 100-mile-an-hour tape. So I've got a lot of different sizes of tapes. So let's crack open the PSK, and I'll show you what's on the inside. Alright, got the top off. Alright, first, I'll move that out of the way. First, right here, obviously, is the cover. I mean, you could use this as an improvised signal mirror. I mean, if you get the right amount of sunlight, you can shine a bit off that. See, you don't even have to polish this. I mean, it's perfectly fine how it is. As an improvised signal mirror, it's perfectly fine. And to cover that so it doesn't mess up or anything is a bit of waterproof. I mean, not waterproof. Right in the rain paper with it's already graphed. So and that just sits there nicely. It fits right there perfectly. So it covers the signal mirror, and I'll explain what that's for later. You'll see later on. Alright, I'll just leave this over here and start pulling stuff out. The next item you see on top is 1 and probably 1.2 feet of aluminum foil or tin foil. I wanted to have, I actually wanted to keep this all together, which was about 2.4 feet, maybe like 2 feet or so. Because I didn't want to break it apart, because the bigger it is, the more like you could use it as a bowl, the bigger the bowl. But it wouldn't fit in here. The lid kept popping off, and if whenever I tied it down with the paracord, it wouldn't stay down. So I just thought I'd cut it in half. So it's about 1.2 feet of aluminum foil. So you can use that as a bowl to eat out of, or collect water in. But yeah, aluminum foil. Next, two items is antiseptic cleaning wipe or an alcohol swab, or alcohol wipe. Sorry about that. And I've got two, just for a bit of first aid supplies, and I always have a first aid kit on me. So if I do happen to get separated from my bag, I've got a small amount of first aid supplies that'll probably last me a little bit before I can either find more supplies or get back to my bag. So that's why I have a little bit of first aid in here, just for small cuts or like emergencies. Next item for the first aid is two a little bit larger band-aids. They might not look larger, but they actually like fit the whole entire package, and they're stretchable. So, oh, it's also latex free, so they're stretchable. Let me turn this light off here for you, so you can see. They're stretchable, so they can stretch more and fit around your finger more. Next item is a larger band-aid, and I know some people out there, they're saying you should just carry larger band-aids. You can cut it to make them into individual band-aids, but I thought, why open a bigger bandage just to cut one little strip off for one little cut? So I thought I'd throw a couple little ones in there and then a larger one. So if it was just a small cut that I needed a small strip of a bandage, I'd just get one of the small ones rather than having one of these, just a couple big ones, because then I'd have to make one of them unsterile just to get a little bit of band-aid. And there was this one kid, I forgot what his channel is named, but he said don't have little band-aids, have the big ones, because you can cut them down. Well, that makes them unsterile. So you basically have to throw the ones away that you don't use, unless you use them right then. So that's my philosophy, is you should have various types of band-aids, not just big ones, not just small ones. You should have various types, a big one and a small one, in my opinion. So I'll just set that one right there. Alright, next item is a miniature flashlight, and it does have a, see, right there, I don't know if you can see that little notch right there. If you pull that back, it does lock in place, and it's not really that sensitive. I mean, I'm pushing down pretty hard. It's not that sensitive. So it's a pretty bright little light. It's LED. So I wanted to have a small little light source on me. I'm gonna turn this light back on. Sorry about that, guys. I wanted to have a little bit of a light source on me, just so I can get around my camp, my makeshift camp, if I needed to. So I've got a little bit of light. Next item for fire starting is a cotton ball, single cotton ball. This is also just so the items don't rattle around. Just a little bitty cotton ball for fire starting. Speaking of fire starting, I have my miniature fire starting kit. I do have a review on this. Check out my channel. I think it's under mini survival kit, so check that out. You got that right there. Sorry about that. Crap. Moving on. Also fire starting. I've got a flint and steel. It's just a small one. It's not one of those larger ones. It's a smaller one. It's got the flint and the steel right there. More ways of starting fire. Just to explain it now, so so you guys can know why I have this, is in case the matches in here don't light, and there is a bit of magnesium in the bottom. I can use the magnesium and the flint striker to start up a fire with this cotton ball, or the cotton ball actually just lights with a spark, so you don't really need to do anything with that, so you can just save the magnesium. But moving on, you guys should check out my video on this. It's not that long, so check that out about my mini fire starting kit. Moving on, for first aid, actually, or more comfort and or first aid, I've got a little pill bottle, just so you guys can see that actually there's a cotton ball in there. I don't know if you can see that those are pills. the bottom right here, though, that's actually ibuprofen. I have it labeled with this tape. Let me turn that off, see if you can see a little bit better. You can see those words. I've got it labeled. I actually have shape coordinated or whatever. The more oval one is ibuprofen. The oval with a line in it, which I have labeled on here, is Waldrill, or it's like Benadryl, but it's the Walgreens brand. And then the round white one is melatonin, which is a sleep aid. Just in case you're out there, you have your shelter made, but you can't get to sleep because sleep is really important in the wild. It gives you energy and stuff. Melatonin will help you fall asleep quicker. I mean, it does really work. I've used that. I didn't think it would work, and after about 10 minutes, you'll fall right asleep. You just gotta close your eyes. Take this, close your eyes, and you'll be gone. I'll lay that down here. I got my flashlight there. All right, moving on. For the Write in the Rain pen there. I mean, Write in the Rain paper. Sorry about that. For the Write in the Rain paper, you've got a pencil. Shoot. I just actually cut this down and then sharpened it. So you got a little bit of lead there. You can write like notes or what's it called? Tell people where you're going. And also wrapped around this is 100-mile-an-hour tape. So, and this is about 2 or 3 feet. Not that much, but if you ration it out, you've got a pretty good amount of tape. So you can repair clothes. You can actually help with your shelter if you needed to. Improvise stuff. You can actually if someone or not someone, if you catch an animal with some the paracord, you could, like, instead of using this to tie it over, you can just take out the animal off, reset the trap, and use some of this tape to bind the limbs together after you killed it, so it'll be easier to take back to the camp. That's just one way you could use the tape. I'm not trying to be any cruel or anything here, but that's one way you could use the tape. Moving on, you've got, well, I've got my Leatherman Radio Shack multi-tool. I wanted to have some sort of cutting tool in the wild, and this also has various tools I could use, like bottle openers, leather punchers, some pliers, various tools. We're actually running out of time, so I'm gonna have to speed it up a little bit here. But that was my PSK, my personal survival kit. If you guys have any questions or anything, or any suggestions that I could do to make this kit better, please let me know. Shout out again. Check out S Williams 0282, I think. No, I'm not sure. I'll put it down in the description box. I always forget channels, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope this gave you some ideas, and there will be another video like this because I am missing a few items, char cloth and a button compass, for navigation. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and till next time, this is Beastie 1066 signing off. See you guys. Bye.